This is Council President Mike Sareini, and we are this morning at Jack's Bike Shop with Brian. Brian, thank you for being with me this morning. So Brian is the owner of Jack's Bike Shop, and his grandfather owned it, one of the oldest businesses in Dearborn since 1935. And we're here today to discuss our council initiative, which was a grant-funded program to help small businesses like this one that go ahead and do some facade remodeling outside, and to give them a grant of $5,000. And Brian, you guys were chosen, so we appreciate you participating in it as well.
Great, thank you for choosing me.
Yes, it was a great program, something that I championed and my council colleagues supported unanimously. And it wasn't from taxpayer dollars, it was from fines levied in a previous council that we levied against a contract, and we captured that for the council to use. So we said, let's take 20 small businesses and use this money to help them give a kickstart. And it also helps our community because it's front-facing and it beautifies our neighborhood. So in your situation, you're going to use it to update your awning,
yes,
your signage.
We're going to replace our awning. It's getting pretty old and just needed a refresh on it. So
excellent.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing, great. And also for the residents to know, this wasn't something that was just gifted. The business owner has to contribute approximately $2,500 towards it, and then the city will contribute $5,000, so the projects usually cost over $7,500. Now, as far as the business, I live close by, and I've been here a few times, and I know you guys are wonderful, not only for repairs, but selling. I have an electric bike, and I heard these things are getting real popular now today.
Electric bikes are the hottest thing on the planet, especially since COVID. We are selling very huge numbers of electric bikes.
Excellent, excellent. And for our residents out in Dearborn, how many employees do you have here right now? Because it is a family-owned business, right?
Right. We're always looking for more, but we currently have 4.
So Brian, I also seen some new style bikes that are really different, and you're telling me they're selling off the shelf. Can you explain what those are?
We import some bikes from Germany and Australia, Taiwan, and they're called recumbent trikes, and they are just fantastic. Suspension systems on them. They appeal to a very, very wide group of people, mostly elderly, but you're much safer than riding a 2-wheel bike on those.
And then you also have them where they can expand that and even have electric part of it as well.
Correct. Probably about 60% of the ones we are selling are now electric for the recumbent trikes.
So Brian, I know that a lot of the big box stores sell these bikes and I know because I've had a few, they squeak, they don't really last. And you always, I learned this a long time ago, you get always what you pay for and never more.
That's correct.
So can you give us an example of what your bike's product line is and why it's superior and why it's actually a better value in the long run?
Well, for the electric bikes, it's such a big deal because they're proprietary parts on every brand of electric bike. So the controller from one brand can't be put on another brand, and the dashboard cannot be changed from one brand to the other. So it's very important to make sure you get a product that can be serviced.
Excellent. That is true. That's very true. Yeah. And then in the long run, you end up saving money because they last much, much longer.
Right. If you buy something on Amazon or something like that, there's no serviceable parts for those type of products.
Right. So it's a one and done situation. Yep. And a lot of times you end up rebuying another bike. So you might as well get the better one in the beginning.
Correct.
Absolutely.
And you can support a small business within your community that way as well.
Without a question. Without a question. And keep in mind for our residents that if you have an older bike that needs servicing, this is where you want to bring it to because it could still last. If it needs some parts, they do have the parts and they do take care of the service. I want to thank you so much, and I want to remind our residents that Jack's Bike Shops are right on Michigan Avenue, just west of Telegraph. Since 1935 in Dearborn, we're helping small businesses continue to stay in the city of Dearborn. And this is Council President Mike Sareini of this edition of Council in the Community.